My name is Michael DeFoy, and I'm the lead investigator for the Seekers Paranormal Society. About 7 years ago, I had my first paranormal experience. Now armed with the latest in paranormal equipment, I'm setting out to find the truth. Joining me on my quest to capture evidence is my equipment tech Ramon Vivas and investigator Steve Welton. Take a front seat into our paranormal world as we are driven into the unknown. We are the Seekers Paranormal Society.
So we just have a few kind of questions. You've probably answered these questions a million times before, but we're going to do the Maystringer House this evening, so we just want to get more experienced people who've done it and just find out a bit more what you experienced, what you intended to experience before you went, and then kind of stuff that you recommend we should try and do when we're there. So
Okay,
so whenever you feel ready to answer my million questions, go ahead.
all right, man, shoot.
Okay, so before you went to the Maystringer House, what were your intentions? What did you intend to find out before you went there?
Well, I mean, our intentions as a paranormal group, we always go trying to do everything scientifically. I know that you guys are pretty scientific yourself. You guys mentioned that in your videos, and that was our goal. A story is great, but anybody can tell a story.
Yeah.
I will tell you that the Maystringer House is notoriously haunted. We've investigated it 3 times, and we have captured just amazing evidence. I don't know if you have actually seen our videos or not.
Yeah, we've looked at them, and that's why we thought, who better to ask for these questions than someone who knows?
Awesome. It was pretty amazing. I mean, we went in with knowing kind of a little bit of a backstory, and then Bonnie, the nighttime ghost hunting kind of person that organizes everything, she took us on a tour, and she may do the same for you guys too, kind of take you on a tour, give you an idea of what actually happened in that home, who lived there, and everything like that. So you'll pretty much have a kind of a skeleton, if you will, to kind of go off of who lived there and that kind of thing. And that's pretty much what we went off of, so.
Okay, cool. So my next question is, obviously that was what you intended to go to find out. When you were there, did it kind of overachieve your expectations, or was there more in there that you didn't expect to find?
I would definitely say that the house overachieved our expectations, immediately. I'm talking within the first 30 minutes to an hour, we were experiencing paranormal activity that sometimes, anybody who goes into a location, you sometimes don't experience things in a whole 8-hour investigation. So, for us to be able to go in and experience these kinds of things within a half hour to an hour and a half, and then be able to capture it on our video recordings and, through like our spirit box and stuff like that, it was amazing. It's a great place. You guys are going to have a good time. So
yeah, we're really excited about it. So
good.
This is my second investigation, and I know they've had more experience than me, but this is going to be my big one. This is going to make a believer out of me more than I already am. So
awesome.
I'm excited.
Cool.
Okay, so while you were there, what kind of step did you do to, I wouldn't say antagonize what was there, but to kind of draw out what was there? Did you have any specific tasks? Like, I'm more favorable to have flashlights, let them attempt to do the flashlights or knock on stuff. What kind of stuff did you find worked?
Well, if you notice in our videos, we actually, my tech manager brought a snail. He has a little daughter, and the snail actually is motion activated. Which was great because it almost acted as like a geophone to kind of tell us if there was any kind of, sensation, vibrations. And what we did was, since he's kind of a big boy, he's about 250 and it's about 6'2", we had him actually walk around it because the floors are planks, they're wooden floors, so we didn't want to create any kind of false evidence, where maybe if somebody's walking around, the planks move, the snail gets moved, and then there you go, we've got a ghost. So we made sure we were sitting still, and that toy seemed to bring out the child Jessie May, which Bonnie it should be able to tell you who she is and all that kind of stuff. She lived in that house. She died in that house. And it's the only ghost that the museum actually confirms is there haunting the place.
Yeah.
So she's very, very active. She loves her bedroom, and if you can interact and play with her, bringing a toy, a ball, anything that lights up, that would most definitely incur for some kind of paranormal activity to happen. She's a very, very interactive ghost, so...
Okay, that's cool. Now, I've heard mention, and I've seen videos, from what I've seen of Bonnie, I think you said her name was, the lady, like the curators of what, about the room with the two Victorian-style dolls in the bedroom. Did you do anything with them? I know she advised, well, she actually strictly says do not touch those particular dolls. Did you find, I'm assuming none of you touched them, but did you find anything that you could kind of interact without physically touching them, if that makes sense to you?
Absolutely, absolutely. My tech manager, being the big guy that he is, he's actually standing next to the dolls, and we have the snail toy that's in the middle of the room in Jessie May's room, and that's actually her crib with the two favorite dolls, and she actually has one particular doll that's like the oldest, I guess, antique there. I think that doll is like 150 years old, and it's supposed to be Jessie May's favorite. So she doesn't like anybody touching that doll, and obviously we were told not to touch it, so we were going to respect the museum's wishes. My tech manager, Ramon, acted like he was going to go and touch the doll, which obviously he wasn't, and we asked her to interact with the snail to make it go off, make it light up, and immediately, within 2 seconds after he said, Jessie May, I'm going to go touch your baby doll, boom, that snail went off, and then we actually did it a second time, and boom, it went off again, and it was like, okay, we're not going to touch the doll. So it was very cool to be able to interact with those trigger objects without even having to really do anything with them. She just absolutely loves her baby dolls. It was awesome. It was so cool.